interested to see in kind of who would you say, because you did get to talk to this roster a little bit. I haven't gotten the pleasure of actually getting to see them play yet, but who would you have us keeping our eyes out for the side of Resonate?
For the side of Resonate, I think Conti is going to be a major factor in their success, especially since he's on Raze, which is just honestly just a juggernaut of of bind, so many amazing nades that you can do. Otherwise, Leek has been, I don't know. I don't know too much about Leek. He used to be a Jet Opper, but now he's
Yeah.
kind of switched over to playing more Sova. Think like, your Shazam kind of style of Sova. So I'd say keep an eye on him as well. I want to see if they have anything interesting in mind here. I always have high hopes for basically any Sova that enters the server here. But as we go ahead and enter things, Resonate, they take control of Showers, grab the orb, and then back off just as quickly. So that's map control seized, but not capitalized upon. SoaR aren't looking to retake it.
Yeah, not looking for too much early on. It's slow round, flashbacks to our last quarterfinal game. And, as we talk about that, a reminder, this is the semifinal matchup. $2,500 on the line is the prize pool and also points to the main event. Loser the best of three here. Well, they're out of things, and winner keeps alive, keeps going, and Xander, he's not alive. Entry frag for Kingston out onto the site, and another one as well for Sabota. It's a great start out for Resonate. SoaR reeling a little bit, but Cryo Cells does get the refrag. That's a good position to be in, and Leek has the plant down, so it's going to be 4v3 in this retake, unless the nade does leak in, and it does him down to 29. Almost a kill connected, but Sabota has another. 3 players here so low, but Nerfed only connects onto 1. It's Cryo in the clutch, has the first. Last 2 only need 1 bullet. They need to play this perfectly. Do this together. Peek out. Looking for a fight. Looking for an angle. Tap on the spike. Swings into the frenzy. And OK24 shuts down.
Certainly a bit scary towards the end of it, but immediately what I'm seeing from Resonate is their emphasis there was smoking out the defender spawn over and over. First it was, of course, the Astra Star, then it was a Cyber Cage, and then I think even another Cyber Cage behind it. And they go in, they're grouping up. This reminds me a lot of how Renegades used to play back in the day around the first strike sort of timeline, if you would. So it's gonna be blisteringly quick, I feel, in a number of these rounds. And look, I'm not going to be jealous of you if you're going to be doing a lot of play-by-play here, Mimi, because I think these rounds could move very quickly when push comes to shove.
Yeah, likely going to be quick here. You see the Boom Buddy in towards Hookah, and well, that's what we saw last round as well. They're just looking to condition with that, keep it out. We've seen good plays earlier today from this position, but Xander doesn't look like he's going to have a chance to use it. Yeah, you're right to call it out, because Cryo's in close here, but Sabota seems thorough. Checking this angle. Did he see him? It's hard to say. He'll hear the cam.
I think the leg.
Someone's close, but they do check it. Thorough.
Reminds me a lot of another team that we just watched, right? Thorough and making sure to double check everything. Not that this was necessarily a big worry for Resonate either. They're up against pistols for the most part. Off angles are surely going to be adopted for SoaR. Getting the spike down without really any qualms whatsoever. So we're going to be effectively pigeonholed into going one direction here and probably dying if anyone's going to watch flank.
Yeah, there is a double flank as a factor, and they might be able to isolate a 2v1 here, but they do split up. You see Denya towards the backlines. Everyone's isolated from SoaR, and it's interesting to see if they're going to be able to get anything done. It's just the classics in hand, and there's a player, make it 2, close in, ready for Denya, shuts him down. And now this feels a lot less dangerous, a lot safer. Leek ready to shut down. He will take some flak, but there's no worries about it. Classic on the flank gets 1, could have been more. Any other weapon, and he has 3 there, but Bossy just looking to go down with the spike.
As he should. Make sure that eco is set up all the way through. No worries whatsoever. Resonate cleaned that up with only 1 casualty, that being Leek, who... I mean, man, that guy was hurting after taking a couple of classic shots to the head towards Market. It's kind of a miracle he didn't die sooner. But this is where, things get a bit more serious, Mimi. It's a bonus, yeah, but you see how they're actually buying up a Phantom early. I don't know. I'm wondering how they play against this Resonate. I want to see them maybe try out that pistol strat again. If they were to completely swap up the pace, I don't think it's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, it was really nice on that pistol round. I'm interested to see that it is the Cypher picking into that rifle, so we'll see how
he
it
dropped it
works
over
out.
to Kingston, I believe.
Oh, did he in the end there? I didn't get to spot that before he did. Conti with the drone. Gravity well connects, but it is the Ferrari peak Dink, OK24 does have the trade back. That's good, because it's another rifle on the ground. We'll see him likely use the dismiss to try and get it, but his greed might be too much. It is nerfed, has him. Not going to be able to protect the weapon for now, but he knocks Resonate down a peg. 4v3 on the cards now, and they're just gonna... Looks like they're just cutting noise.
Yeah, that was a bit of a miscommunication. I think OK24 committed into Hookah, excuse me. Didn't have anybody to trade him out, so he was able to fall pretty quickly. That's going to make things a bit more difficult for this take. Or at least farmed at the very least. Honestly, there's a lot of problem factors. I think Kingston will need to hit a really big slow orb and then maybe force this player who's sitting backside out of position. The slow orb is instead going to be used over towards
30 seconds left.
Defensive spawn. Options become pretty minimal at this point here. There's so many ways for SoaR to win this round now.
Really are. Recon up. Good connection. It's a lineup for two, but Kingston does find the trade back. Wait a minute. You're absolutely right to say it, because this gets dangerous. Nerf down to low HP. 10 seconds left. Spike needs to be committed soon, but he wants to fight first. Wants us into a 1v1. Nearly has it, but the spray connects.
It's spooky. Not terrible damage done. I mean, they nearly found 4 guns nerfed. It was hurting real hard at the end of that round. I don't know. It's a mild amount of miscoordinations. There's that one OK24 proof that went untraded that I was talking about. Maybe a miscommunication towards Hookah. But honestly, some respectable attempts. I think faking the spike and then trying to take a duel towards CT was a pretty decent idea when he can isolate that fight, in theory.
Yeah. And
he also knew the other player was low. It's a gamble. But SoaR take the round. I don't think we should try to stick on it for too long, how Resonate nearly 1-on-1 versus 2. Instead, kind of give credit where credit is due. SoaR took that one right into their own hands, and they're going to be swapping up the setup, grabbing the orb towards B long. That's a really big factor, because that Hunter's Fury is already in play from Cryo.
Aussie, nice spot here. Nebula almost helps him to continue to try and aggress that angle. You know, something off of it won't happen. At least not quite yet. They all do fall away and chill out for the time. And oh, Bossy, what's the timing on this for you, man? Not gonna work out. No frag connected. Stays even odds, but the shower's control is conceded.
For now. He never was really fully committed. He saw how he got away from that drone. That's actually really cool.
Sneaky here.
Hunter's Fury is going to be used, though. Cryo just got it online. He's already going to be showing off his newfound gadget. Kills going the way of Resonate overwhelmingly, though, despite that ping from the Hunter's Fury. Mimi, we enter a 2v4 with SoaR on the backside.
His flank. Do it. Lossy, damage done. No kill connected. Not going to be enough unless Cryo has something to say. Has the first, but he receives a dink. 1v3. Shock Dart's looking to finish the job, and his fallen friends couldn't. Yeah, Dart coming up soon. That'll be online to work off of Leak on a peak, though, and he shuts it down.
It's a rhyme that just makes sense. Leak on a peak, and he's able to find the frag. Resonate. That one was a little bit strange. I'm still trying to figure out, piece together how that one worked, and it kind of seemed like the same sort of, you know, grouped up, clumped up style to eventually take A. 3 kills happened in a matter of seconds, practically. But I just don't exactly know what was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. Either way, great job from them. 4 ultimates. Their economy is in pretty great states, at least, you know, ultimate-wise. But when it comes to the guns, it's a bit of a different story. They have to go ahead and put this one into their favor, or else they're going to be maybe struggling to make ends meet.
You want to fight it?
Drone up. They again have this showers control fairly easily, and you're right. Cosmic Divide through. He pushes the wall, and from above we see him drop down nerfed. Bounce pack doesn't work. They clear these corners. I love this
they're still
play.
pre-aiming him, though.
Yeah, still ready for this. Jade in close. Conti, are you ready for this fight? He is. Just a frenzy. It's a little awkward in the end, but he finds it. Now, up comes the blade. Storm tap away from range for Denya. He's a monster with the op. He can do the same with the blades, and Shock Dart onto bench. Good damage onto Leak. This gets deadly. If the Shock finds the frag, it won't. Denya can finish the job, though. Two up dash, everything to work off of, and information garnered. Push forward, Conti aggressing. They want to close here. They don't want to let this slip out of their hands. As there's one in defender spawn. Cryo has it with the classic though. Right click. There's no time. Not a whole ton of shot unless they go now. Go quickly. Dash up, finds it. That's a Hunter's Fury gone. If they get on now, there's still a shot, but too little, too late.
That's a ton of damage though. One of the big win conditions that I mentioned previously from Resonate is that they need to get this round together, and they do. But at what cost? I mean, they lose nearly everybody. Kingston is going to have to cut some corners. Probably half armor and a Phantom, or...
You can get bought, though, from OK24.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I just forgot. OK24's economy is perfectly fine. Still, though, I mean, I think the point still stands that they don't have a ton in reserve. I don't think they can keep on winning rounds in that fashion. On the flip side, though, great damage. You know, that's massive from SoaR. It's going to make a big difference if they want to get their head back into this game, so to speak.
Really might. SoaR's really struggling on this defensive half. They're normally a team that may favor that attacker side, but we have to wait to talk more because the Gravity Well combos so well with the Hunter's Fury, but Frag can't finish the job. No damage doubled, no frag found, and the punishment for that is another kill by Nerf. He finally dies. The flank from Bossy doesn't work either. Leak shuts down 3v2. The push continues. It trades back and forth. Genya making himself a hero and does it with 3.
These rounds are getting weird. SoaR, that's a big one. Interesting how Conti, every time there's an A execute coming from Resonate, the big thing that they're pressuring is Conti alone towards the spawn. It feels like he's on a solo mission every single round. It's interesting because it got punished previously. It almost lost on that one round where it came down to the 2v1, but they just didn't have enough time to defuse a spike. And there again, Conti was only able to find one before eventually being traded out. I think Resonate maybe don't necessarily need to change that, but I think SoaR are eventually going to catch on to this sort of thing and end up pre-aiming, waiting for the push from CT.
Camera taken out.
Nice cam. Good spot of information. Deboda. Shot possibility here, but Bossy spots the shoulder, finishes the frag too. Good start up now for SoaR. They have Bossy's ult available off of that frag as well, and it's a long push on the cards. I like that they're farming orbs so much here.
I'm not sure. Are they doing the same thing over towards Showers? Oh, nope.
Not this round, but they have before.
Huh. It kind of goes to show that it really gives away where they're planning on going. They can start rotating early as soon as that orb is taken. They haven't exactly pivoted away from it. Xander in such a risky position. Is just going to farm behind his cyber cage. Hoy. That's a clean one.
This game has felt very... The pacing has felt strange to me early on here with this one.
It's probably just because we got done watching Rise, let's be real here.
Yeah, probably. But it's like really trading back and forth. Normally Bind, a map that we think about with a lot of kind of streaky play, especially when you're on that defensive side, but no one's really found that yet. 2 in a row though for SoaR. They could work off this.
Could find their groove, for certain. 1 pip away, if you would, from that showstopper. I think once again farming orb is going to be very, very important for them. But I want to pay attention to what happens on the radar from SoaR if they hear that orb being grabbed. Do they bring a player over? Right now, Shower's control is completely under siege. What in the world? Conti just peeks out and Cryo's none the wiser. Not only is that going to be orb, but he can actually go ahead and give it to somebody else. He has his ultimate just after that. This should just be straight up execute from Resonate.
Ooh, great tripwire, Xander. Great shot found. Goes to the camera. Little too soon, and Resurrection keeps the favor for Resonate. Leak a frag of his own. Now the last 2 players, defender-sided spawn. They're not going to be able to intercept the spike plant, so it goes down scot-free. 2v4 now. Retake up, retake available, a player in triple. And 2 in a crossfire towards the U-Haul side. Bossy. He's the spearhead of this assault, and makes his way past these cyber cages, dart up above him. It's broken in time, no info given now. The paint shells into you. They've conceded the position, though, just a cam to show. Wastes more and more time, and it's a triple peek out there, just bullying the remainder of SoaR.
Really patient post plant there from Resonate. They're a newer team. Again, the core has been around for a while, but the discipline they had to not give anything for free, which, you know, unfortunately you see all too often. And what again, that aggression really just completely caught off Cryo, didn't it? My goodness. Made a big difference. The Resurrection certainly helped their case, being able to keep up those stars after the spike went down. Really, I'm happy with how Resonate played that one. I don't think there's necessarily too much that SoaR could have done other than expect that weird timing from Conti, you know? That's exactly the reason I pointed him out as a player to watch. And hey, look, they expected the weird timing from Conti. They take him down free.
Yeah, curse the adjustments into being. This is what we talked about with SoaR. They're really nice at the mid-round calls. It changes things up, but look at the recon dart straight into the Cloudburst and straight
Poor
out of
guy.
the round is Denya. Zabota, how has he found his way so deep into the site? Already has CT on lock. Eldrone up, shock dart in as well. He'll concede the line for now. Yeah, play this safe.
Have double... Oh, no, wait. I was just praising your discipline, Resonate. Don't do this to me. They peek out wide. Spot both players towards the defensive spawn. They know that there's only going to be one person max over towards U-Haul, so they can effectively try to divide their fights. That being said, Kingston's not going to make it any easier for them, as he's on for his 3rd kill of the round. I think Xander is just going to have to play for his life here. If he can get away with this gun, that's great.
Breaks
but
in a second.
no, I don't think... Yeah, even so, they should be hard watching. Wait, Kingston has another res? Bro, you just used that.
Plants, 4 kills, orb. Right back into action.
What a nutter. Just a nutter, dude.
This
I
round
felt
was
so
really
bad
nice
for
out
Denya
of
there,
him.
man.
Yeah, you really gotta feel for him. It's just like the unfortunate things happening. But SoaR, I wanted to highlight this a little bit before the action kicked off in that last round, and that is that this is, at least statistically speaking, probably the best map for SoaR. Resonate, of course, picked it, and you hyped them up for having their strats that they told you about, and we're seeing it already. I think the default they've been holding is really nice. They're kind of conditioning SoaR to have to greed for information. They find the entries off of that, and then their site executes are just so crisp. Especially, I feel like the way they're playing Sage is great here.
Well, there's one strat that OK24 told me about that they haven't even used yet. Which is just crazy to think. They have more in favor, but they don't have to do it this round either. They found the kill before they even had to do anything crazy. SoaR just left wondering what went wrong. Nerfed is in on a quick flank. This actually could be relatively fruitful.
What's going on here? They haven't gotten the spike down yet. Working through the cyber
He's
cage.
watching.
Nerf not prepared for it. Zabota, we said that they might have done their homework. We said that there were so many VODs available, and well, even if it's not the preparation, it's just the game sense to be ready to know. Denya, you said nutter a couple of times now, and I'd say he's that on the operator. Really a jet op to his core, but the 1v5 retake on B, and the take, oh, that's so unlucky. Not going to connect enough for the kill. Up and over, they're trying to kill him, dash out, but it's a team ace. Everyone chipping in. Resonate on fire here to 7.
I'm just trying to think, you know, at what point do SoaR try calling a tactical pause? Is that something they really need? Because Resonate have done some really smart mix-ups. You know, that early aggression towards B long, that's kind of unprecedented. Before, they've done it over towards showers a number of times. I think the move here, if I were SoaR, at least just my personal opinion, I want to see them try to fight for B long early. Maybe get someone close to the teleporter and then try to set up like a bait setup there. That's something that old TSM used to do a number of times. I think it'd be great and maybe would punish Resonate the way that they need. Okay,
That's why there
it's
hasn't
passable
been
all of a
any real
sudden?
rounds with that.
What,
Yeah.
Is Resonate like listening into us? What is this?
They are making the adaptations before SoaR has a chance. This is why you can tell a team is ready for a game. And this is when you can tell that they are just so good at it. Like, perfect read, right? Like, SoaR is in position this time to be ready for early aggression. They're split up, holding these
like
aggro
this from
lines, ready
Bossy.
for fights because they want them. And you're right to call it out. Bossy in a good position. Zabota, do you check the at the close corner, but is he meticulous enough to clear Bossy?
It's an off angle.
Oh,
It
see
should
the
be-
timing. Oh, this is it. No!
Ooh.
Bossy wins that. That's a gun
Beautiful.
now, Ito. That's a chance.
It's a shot, and Resonate might be a little bit quaking in their boots a little bit. They're like, wait a second, we needed showers. That was going to be a big part of our plan. And then they start losing a player over towards short. They're certainly going to be a little bit scared now. Sure, they get the
30
resurrection
seconds
across, but that body is going to be known. They know exactly where they're standing. Kingston will still improve ever further, and Resonate are right back into this. It's an even player distribution, if you would. And Resonate coming out swinging, get another 2 more, in fact, for OK24. and Resonate just moves so damn
Spike
quickly.
planted.
SoaR on pistols have made this a real challenge, though. We're not done yet. Cryo still has a chance in the 1v2.
Watch you fight it.
Always a shot for this man. Wall committed. First shot
Oh.
nearly found, but the spray not going to find itself in time. Just a little shaky on it. And
Last round in the
dude,
half.
SoaR is struggling. Last round and a half, defensive side of bind, and the very best they could muster would be 4 to 8. I want to add another piece of context here, and that's that everyone watching out of the chat poll, 74% saw SoaR winning this, and right now they are down.
you blame them?
What, 5 rounds? I thought SoaR had this 2-0. I honestly expected this to maybe be a stomp, but dude, Resonate are here to play.
Let's make them dance.
So many great mix-ups on their attacking side alone. Now, mind you, still early days. This could completely swap
Absolutely.
as soon as they change sides.
Saw him.
But this
How'd
sets
he
such a
win
good
that?
precedent. Like that off angle, man. It's crazy how even the smallest micro plays are working. This is not something that's always going to work, right? But it's just perfectly in their favor for right now, so Resonate are going to try to juice it for all it's worth. I think SoaR will be a little bit more comfortable leading the charge, and, well, hey, they're going to be entering that second half with fashion, apparently. This is the last one of the half, I should mention, and SoaR are up 4 to 3. But they have a couple of players who are hurting hard, in particular this Jet on the other side who's close it back to B. Xander holding the close corner by Showers, gets traded out immediately. That'll be back sight, not taken, but at least noted. It's Kingston against the world here. I actually think maybe he can get one.
Not gonna happen.
Just maybe.
4-8. I don't know how confident you're feeling about that if you're SoaR. Let's try and paint the
Switching
picture there
sides.
for maybe the SoaR comeback, alright? It has to start
Right.
with this pistol round, I think. You win the conversion, you're up to 6. Maybe win, if you can manage to pull through your bonus by up to 7. I mean, it's MR12. There's always a chance for the comeback, but damn, was that half impressive, Ito.
It really was, but SoaR is a team with so much experience, mental resilience from having to play, you know, these ludicrously long 10-hour days of just BO3s over and over. They've been in this situation before, so I don't really doubt that they can at least make some sort of a comeback into the second half. You know, we're talking big game about them. Sure, this Resonate squad has come out swinging, but that doesn't mean that SoaR aren't going to be able to get up in this second half. It starts with a pistol, and it starts with SoaR sending, well, only 2 players towards B long, but it's enough to scare off Resonate from peeking.
We give a quick shout out to Kingston. I feel like his Sage play has been on point, especially on the attacking side. Walls
They didn't
really
do the strat
used
that I
well,
thought
and
they were going to do.
I mean, they looked postured for. Oh, you and your secret strats. All right. But regardless of that, SoaR has a good entry. This is their chance at the pistol. Ender 1, Kingston. Good for here. Maybe none.
so well
Jumping
played.
classic for the trade. And Daniette tapping at range. Not finding the shots. No dash up. No get out of jail free card. Doesn't matter. Have to disengage. The pinch in. Ryan nerfed. And last man now. It's that Astra. And he's pushing into Hookah. Position should be noted. And okay, 24. Chance in this first duel isolated. 2 of these players now so low, Ito.
He's
Can
insane
he
in the
make this
clutch.
work? Yeah, he has 2 stars. One on the smoke, actually both up
Oh
for the
my
Nebula.
God.
He'll sneak through the Caterpillar strat. Almost working for one. He just needs 1 shot onto Nerf. Needs it now. It's labored, finds it eventually, but Sander shuts down the chances.
Admirable effort, though. They really got scared by that, forced him into the back of sight, needed backup. The Caterpillar strat would have been beautiful if it worked, quite honestly. But all good things, all good clutches must come to an end. SoaR, on the flip side of things, though, that is possibly the best possible thing that could have happened for them, just in general. Winning a pistol like that in a relatively convincing fashion, sure, got a bit dicey towards the end, but by and large, they were in control of that round. Resonate
Revealing
will be stuck on pistols.
Looks like it's just a 5-man split towards the B site. Pace
Yeah, I
continues.
don't hate it.
Up going, yeah. It's a good way to shut down an eco. The read, not perfect for Resonate. Actually overcommitted towards this A site. Now, this is free real estate right now for SoaR, and Xander actually has the outflank here. They found their way into Hookah. I don't know if that's known yet. What is this flank? Good
How
for
do you win that?
What? Kingston. That should not be happening with a double dink classic. Insane plays, but he needs a bit more. Well, he has a weapon recovered, and that's one of the best chances Resonate has in this, but position very much noted, and Cryo holds for the dropout. Position set up for a cross as well. Conti, though, good position. good timing on this flank too. Maybe has suspicions of Cryo's position, but still cannot commit to this swing, can't commit to the fight. There's a smoke up. Drop out a
There's
dangerous
waiting for
game.
this to fade.
Oh, Cryo reads into
Okay.
it perfectly. Now this is known for the player in long, but I think he's just playing exits, Ito. Round's over. Maybe get some more damage. Maybe get a couple more kills. They will not even head towards the TP. At this point, well, you just have to sacrifice if you're on that side of Resonate and concede a 6th.
Yeah, that's exactly what you have to do. Around like this, if you die, it's actually a good thing. Sure, it doesn't make your stats look beautiful, but it makes your economy look a
Doesn't
lot
count
more
anymore for a
palatable.
death, though.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah,
I
with
feel
the
like-
spike, they
I
changed
feel like I
that a
should've
while
known that.
ago. It was such a
I'm
little
crazy.
change, but abuse that in your ranked game, guys. Die to the spike.
Still have beautiful stats regardless, and a beautiful buy, right? Look at this for Resonate. They have
Mhm.
everything they could hope for. Phantoms, glittery across the board. Not many ultimates. They're not exactly close to them, but we're still in the early days. This is only round number 3. As for the side of SoaR, they're sticking with their Spectres. You cannot say that 5 times fast. And I don't know. We have said this a multitude of times. It looks good for the team that have the better weapons. That's not crazy at all. But SoaR are going to make the best of it that they can. Gravity well through actually makes the first kill go the way of Resonate. OK24 being the bearer of bad news, but a trade will be found equally for both sides. OK24 eventually peeking out, gives up his life. SoaR are playing this numbers game just about perfectly. And
Spike down
eventually
A.
he will fall. Really
Oh,
awkward
that is
exchange
so
at the back
awkward.
of sight. Christ, I mean, these rounds are just so quick at times.
Yeah, no time to breathe between them when SoaR hits the gas pedal. That's what they're known for. I
They
did
don't
like the
stop.
play there, right? Like, just really commit to it. Try and find as many fights as you can. Maybe try and find some frags off of it. Nothing does really come out of it. They would have liked maybe a spike plant, but you take any damage you can get, right? Like, you put Zabota
Right.
onto an SMG, you have Leak down onto light armor, and SoaR, well, they're inching pretty close to at least a couple of these ults, and could be a factor here. Still 3 rounds off of a comeback to even odds, but Resonate feeling good, looking pretty. I love that they're playing the Sage here with that wall, because you do have to break, I think, at least 2 cells to be able to get through, and even if you do break those, so you still are really funneled in close, so it's a nice setup. This bait setup for 2 for Conti. Swing out, Kingston for 1, and the grab well converts. Great combination.
It's risk-free, right? Or problem-free, excuse me. You have to heal up a bit of damage. Now they're going to be licking their wounds, backing up, but there's still 2 players to the good. Cooldowns just about coming available as well. In about 20 seconds time, you'll start seeing Conti's health start going up as soon as Kingston gets his heal back. Lots of great news for Resonate right now. How do SoaR respond? They have this nade in towards Hookah, Bossy. I think he might be able to clear out Kingston, but will he actually give himself up to these players towards long? Different question entirely. Oh, wait, no, he's playing inside the pipe? He just
No,
gets owned.
in the
He just
corner.
gets demolished. Whatever, mind, we'll get to that later. SoaR is still full sending it into the site. And this has
30
become a lot more
seconds left.
palatable, Mimi. It's a 2v3.
I know
2v2,
exactly where
excuse
you
me, as
are.
Leak also
Spike
gets owned
planted.
through the site.
Here comes Zabota, though. He gave away the position, still has the shot. Spectre does better than the Phantom. He needs to get away from the gravity well, needs to fight, almost has the adjustment. But OK24 on the shutdown. That was such a chance for SoaR, but now it's Resonate to double digits.
Wow. Honestly, really good attempt once again from SoaR. That was a 3v5 that they near converted into their favor, and it was a great burst onto the site that, honestly, trying to diagnose exactly the moment where it went wrong is a bit rough. Like, I mean, obviously you can point to 3v5 right here, but if Zabota doesn't get a crazy flick headshot there, you're looking at a very different round.
Yeah.
You're looking at 7-9 possibly. It's small. I mean, Valorant is a game of like millimeters, right? It's just crazy how much of a difference comes if you just flick your mouse in the right way, and that's a difference maker for Resonate, at least so far. But they're going to need to keep up this ante. They're still 3 rounds away from being able to take out number 1,
What an entry,
but
too.
a kill closer.
Yeah. Kingston is... You don't see many Sage players going for those peaks, and I love that from Resonate. They are just playing free. They're letting every individual on this roster just do their thing and do it well. Like Zabota, even not content with giving up this space. I love the positioning. Xander trying for maybe a lurk up here, and
He's alone. That's a scam.
yeah, if he dies here, that could be the round. That could
My
be
camera's
11.
destroyed.
Could inch him closer to the game. The ping comes
Smart.
out. Does he push off this? Maybe. Grab while a factor. He's safe. That's really nice synergy for SoaR.
It really is. Just whole bulk of utility. Wait, Zabota's going for the chase. Now, he doesn't see anything, but that enough is good
info.
enough information. You see, look, yeah, Conti's rotating right on over. This has been red. That being
Spike's still
said,
on hand.
Spike, exactly, right? They could bring this over towards A if
Yeah.
they so want. They have 40 seconds to play with, but they're in very committal situations. Bossy, I think, is going to go for the double satchel into a showstopper here.
Here it comes. You're absolutely right. Satchel 1
30
out.
seconds
He
left.
clears the entire site with this. Scares him back. Scares him passive. See if he can shoot the shot. Well, eventually towards defender spawn. No connection. So retake. SoaR at disadvantage. Leak towards
Spike
elbow. Waiting
planted.
on the recharge of that dart. And that's 20 seconds to stall away, but they likely want to go before that. But speaking of going, it's SoaR instead aggressing. Boom, buddy, at your feet. And Bossy with one. Kingston tries to trade the resurrection in play. And it looks dangerous for a moment. Decides against it. He can heal up. Get some more health into this. Support available. And he can play around the cage. Push straight through for both. But Kingston does it better. Nerfed one. OK24 in full control of the elbow. Nerf though still has the paranoia. Onto the spike, but he's not off. He's holding this with a lineup for two. Now it's on to Nerf. Finds the first. OK24 holding.
Wait,
He's calling
does he
this
know?
feet a piece. You need to get him off, but it doesn't matter. My
Oh,
God.
Lord. Was that a bit of miscommunication or something? I think he originally saw the spike and thought that no one was on it. But then I think his teammates called out like, yo, they're on it! Or something. So he had to like double back. Christ, what a round that was. I think if there's a single round that you have to look back on and kind of think about how it summarized the map, I think this has got to be up there. Crazy pivot at the very end of it. Resonate, inch by to get to 11. But
Yeah,
SoaR are... what were you going to say? I think we're about
I was
to
just
say the
gonna
same
say,
thing.
I hate that plant spot, man. You just set up
Same.
Luka, like, it's so hard to play off of. The spam feels impossible, but we're not really gonna get a chance to delve much deeper into that, because wait a minute, Nerf isn't a defender, and he's towards their spawn. Already deep in, but the frags immediately favor Resonate. Showstopper as well up for
Spike down
Conti.
A.
Another great start. Another round falling apart unless Nerf makes a play. Good for one, almost a spray, but Zabota has the safety, has the net of support in a second to get Resonate up to match point.
What a crazy game it's been.
Match
Now, mind
point.
you, if you're just joining, this was the pick of Resonate. But, I mean, neither team are slouches.
No.
You said if you wanted this to be a 2-1, or if there was any chance for Resonate, they had to take bind. But in such a convincing fashion like this, it's surprising even me, and I had the lucky chance to talk to one of the players and just kind of like pick his mind. Like, this is genuinely unexpected. I don't think SoaR are out of this.
No.
Like,
Get out
come
of my
out 2,
way.
I think they're going to come out strong once they have a chance to breathe.
sure.
But definitely a new change of pace that they have to get used to.
Yeah, it's a really good game thus far out of Resonate. SoaR, I mean, they still have some chance in this, but 6 rounds in a row. Has to be practically flawless
They're
in
fighting
those.
B-Long.
And Nico's already weird.
Look at
Denya,
this.
you are in for hell. Possibility of a
See?
fight against 3, but the timing, everyone tucks back in. That means he doesn't know how many are on this site. Conti tucks the close corner. Denya ready with the blades, and he does it with the right click. Another shot, a gun on the floor. And an orb on recovery. Bossy with the nade. They slow down, but committal seems to be still coming through. Spike down, trade from Denya. Now in comes the raise of Bossy, but it's Denya with the blades for 3, maybe more.
enemy
Shut
remaining.
down though from Leak. Tucks it away as it's Zabota again in this clutch. 1v2. Very much a chance, but with 40 seconds left, where does SoaR take this? Look to
I
commit
think
the
they
site
commit
here.
B.
Yeah.
How close are they to dark covers? Is my main question. That completely decides how they play
planted.
this, right? They're able to smoke out the defensive spawn, either play
enemy
close to
remaining.
it,
No dark covers.
or maybe peek Zabota. They decide to go with a dangerous result here.
We see
but
what
it's not
he
done
sees.
yet.
Where is this player in close? They're dancing around the box. Up top, he saw the hat, just barely. Has to find the peak, has to find the fight. A swing out, almost there, but
Xander's a
Xander keeps
god.
it going.
That is so well played from him. You were put into a pretty crappy position. Nerfed, he died maybe a little bit earlier than he wanted to. I think, if I had to guess, he was just like caught with a smoke out or something. But showing presence on top of the site like that, then doubling back to hold towards the bottom by default was such a great move. It had Zeboda's crosshair in disarray entirely. Obviously, also big ups to Denya for the 3K entry. The fact that the round was as close as it is terrifying, honestly.
Dude, it's another like weird buy for Resonate, but I don't even want to make any predictions about it because they have made it work with less, and they have 3 ults to work with as well.
About to be... What are they doing with this orb here?
Good.
Not sure what they're exactly close to. Bossy. Well, never mind the orbs, because once again, they'll farm it scot-free.
Yeah, great start for SoaR. Another round they can keep alive if they find that. I love the discipline here.
Great shots from Denya. They're being caught off. I mean, look at that. Zeboda was certainly not expecting the player at the top of hookah like that. Sure, it wasn't a great buy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If he gets 1 frag here, maybe something more with the shorty could be great. Won't happen. Nice there from Bossy. Zeboda caught looking around. This round should be SoaR's.
I would be completely and utterly shocked if it wasn't. I imagine saving rifles here. There's a Spectre for OK24. I think he should be going on a nice little hunt. Dying isn't an awful idea in this case. It's a halvesies, I believe.
Oh, they're playing for the TP. I actually like this.
Do they TP in this situation, though? Because they know markets is clear. I think they're going to be trying... they might. I mean, 5 players.
The Jet might from his position. Oh no, they're actually TPing here. I thought they were gonna play the exits from the long TP.
Yeah.
Didn't end up happening. Nerfed here should be able to shut the round out.
Should.
So if he gets 1, he might get to keep this weapon, but it's actually really good damage here, right? Like they lose 2 guns, maybe more. No, it's just the 2 out of the round, but still, SoaR's economy has been a little rocky.
It certainly has. Being able to at least rock the ship or rock the boat a little bit there makes a big difference. Because if you're trying to mount a comeback, obviously you want to keep rounds as flawless as possible. Make sure that you can have that bankroll going over and over. Great round from Bossy, honestly. Confident entries in and being able to close this one out onto Conti, but you know, as we mentioned, it was still a lackluster buy from Resonate. They have a lot more to work with here, putting all their eggs in one basket, so to speak. Close to the resurrection, that has been a really key part in a number of these rounds from Resonate. Now, thing is, Nebula being used over towards Showers is going to be a big sign that, hey, we're trying to take control of this space, and SoaR are going to pressure it. What?
He's
How does
pushing
Kingston?
that?
Why? What?
What? No way, not like this, SoaR. Not like this. This is into a 4-on-3 already, and Conti has 2. Maybe more. Kingston sweeps up, and it's a resurrection. Kingston on teaming with aggression, and Zeboda, well, the dink doesn't matter for him because it's Resonate. 13-8, they close out map 1 and go 1-0 up in the series.